Welcome to Blue Moon Botcast, your ultimate podcast for everything Manchester City. Whether you're at the Etihad or cheering from across the world, this is your weekly fix of all things City. So grab your scarf, settle in, and let's talk Manchester City. Now, let's get into what's making headlines in the world of City this week.
All right, Blues. Welcome back to Blue Moon Botcast. Hope you're all buzzing as usual, wherever you're tuning in from. Today, we're doing something a bit different. We're talking about flops. Yeah, you heard me. The signings that didn't quite hit the mark. Because as much as we love City, and as brilliant as the last 15 years have been, let's be honest, not every signing has been a banger. Now, don't get me wrong. We've had some absolute worldies walk through the Etihad doors. KDB, Gundogan, Bernardo, Haaland. I mean, that's the kind of transfer business dreams are made of. But every now and then, even Pep and the board get it wrong. And when they do, oof, some proper shockers. So, let's have a little trip down memory lane. Brace yourselves as we count through some of the biggest City transfer flops of the last decade. Let's start with the obvious one, shall we? Kalvin Phillips, £45 million. England regular, absolute engine at Leeds, comes to City in 2022, and then? Nothing. Just couldn't get in. Rodri had that spot locked down, and Kalvin never looked comfortable. Injuries, form, fitness. Even Pep publicly said he turned up overweight after the World Cup. Ouch! Now he's been out on loan twice, hasn't impressed either time, and honestly, you forget he's still on our books. 3 years left on his contract too. Not ideal, is it? Okay. This next one might hurt a bit. Jack Grealish. Yeah, I know. He did play a part in the treble season. He worked hard, tracked back, had his moments. But look, we paid £100 million for the lad. That's our record signing. In the last 12 months, it's just not been there. Injuries, form drop-off, barely featured last season. Now there's talk he could be loaned out, maybe permanently moved on. And honestly, we might not get anywhere near what we paid. He's a top bloke and still a baller on his day, but that price tag, big weight on his shoulders. Right? This one's a bit uncomfortable. Benjamin Mendy, we won't get into the legal stuff here. That's been covered. But purely from a football point of view, City paid £52 million for him back in 2017. That's more than what we paid for Kyle Walker, by the way. Let that sink in. Mendy barely played, always injured. And when he did play, it wasn't great. No consistency. Not even close to what we expected. Easily one of the biggest flops in our history. Remember Nolito? No? That's kind of the point. Signed in 2016. Spanish forward, big hype. Lasted one season, scored 4 goals, then dipped back to La Liga. I mean, cheers for coming, I guess. And how about Danilo? £26.5 million, backup fullback, solid-ish, but nothing special. He ended up being part of the Cancelo deal in the end, which worked out great for us. But still, not the best bit of business on its own. Then there's Angelino. Now this one's just weird. Sold him. Bought him back a year later. For more money. Barely used him. Then sold him again. What was the point of that? Let's not forget Claudio Bravo. £17 million. First Pep keeper. Looked like he was playing in Crocs half the time. He was dropped quicker than you can say sweeper keeper. Ederson came in and, thank God, sorted it out. Oh, and a cheeky mention for Ferran Torres. Loads of promise. Looked sharp at times. Then bailed to Barca after 18 months. Just wasn't meant to be, was it? Look, don't get it twisted. City's recruitment has been elite overall. We've dominated because of smart transfers, long-term planning, and having Pep at the helm. But this just goes to show, nobody's perfect, not even City. Anyway, let me know who you think was the worst signing in recent memory. Have we been too harsh on Jack? Drop a comment, and let's have a laugh about it. That's it for this week's Blue Moon Botcast. Until next time, up the Blues.
Manchester City will never backing down. With every tackle, every crown, we wear a color sky blue and gold, a legacy written in silver and gold. Oh, Manchester City. Oh, rise up with me. From a hero strike to Pep's design, we play the game pure and divine. History made in every goal. Etihad's roar shakes the soul.